So what you do is when you put together a video that's a 4-minute video, you single out the most snackable, most compelling, most shocking section of that video. Going back to the whole marketing stuff, I was checking out the Tru Earth YouTube channel. You guys have a crap ton of views for 5,000 viewers, or excuse me, 5,000 subscribers. Good job on that.
Thank you.
I wasn't able to watch some of your videos here because we're recording this episode here, but you definitely have some really good looking content that I've got to check out after we're done here. And I was hoping to maybe share a kick-ass idea with you. Are you open to talking some YouTube shorts?
Yeah, man. I am always down.
Yeah.
Because you are a hell of a lot bigger expert than I am on that topic. I'd love to hear your insights.
I'm such an uber geek. I always get excited when I see a brand that's active on YouTube. I'm like, oh, you guys get it. Yes. You know, like I don't have to convince you guys of the power of YouTube. And you being the CMO, you clearly have had, I don't know how many conversations about this channel. Looks like you have, I want to say like a handful of people that you've kind of tapped on the shoulder to creating YouTube content. I can see a redheaded woman doing a lot of these YouTube shorts, and these are all standalone shorts. I'm going to take a stab in the dark here and guess that you guys haven't started experimenting with YouTube short remixes yet, because that's a relatively new feature. Is that fair to say? You guys haven't tried remixes just yet?
That is a very fair thing to say.
Okay, so love that you got a video with Dave Asprey here too. I got to check that out. So I think we can all agree that in any marketing strategy, if it's a proactive approach, it's going to beat out a reactive approach, right? I mean, maybe not 10 times out of 10, but I think we can agree 9 times out of 10, that's the way you're going to want to go. So the next time you guys are meeting as a team and you're talking about your content strategy and you're laying out a regular video format that you're going to deploy, I'm going to, just organize your videos by most popular. Looks like 3 minutes, 4.5 minutes, 3 minutes. And then you got some really short videos here too. So what you do is when you put together a video that's a 4-minute video, you single out the most snackable, most compelling, most shocking section of that video. Maybe it's 27 seconds, maybe it's 35 seconds. It's got to be less than 59 seconds.
Right.
Because for whatever reason, when you upload a short, YouTube likes to add a second. At least they're doing that right now. Hopefully they'll fix that eventually. So if you try to upload a short that's like 60 seconds, YouTube will add a second, and then it's no longer a short. It becomes a regular YouTube video upload. Okay. But when you're putting the video together,
didn't know that.
Yeah, it's one of those random things. Hopefully YouTube will figure it out. It has been the case recently. So what you do is when you're making this 4-minute video, this 3-minute video, or what have you, you pick that section where you're like, that's fire. Like that is the compelling, shocking, oh my God moment. And when you edit the video, you make it in vertical portrait format, but it's built with inside the video, because you know that after you publish the video, in most cases, I'm generalizing here when I say this,
Gotcha.
But in most cases, in most YouTube channels, this is what we see. The browse traffic just blows up, and then it starts to come down. It could be 2 days later, 3 days later, 7 days later. And if it's a really epic video, when the browse traffic comes down, that's when the suggested traffic starts coming up. That doesn't always happen, but like if it's a really killer video, that's the pattern that's like the successful pattern that we're always looking for.
On shorts as well, or just on full length?
Sorry, I'm talking long form videos.
Okay, gotcha.
Shorts have such a weird behavior right now, but and it's probably going to be weird for a while, but that's cool. We can leverage that. We can use that to our advantage. You post the video, and let's say it's a 4-minute video. Let's say you actually made the hook, the first 27 seconds or so, built in a YouTube short format, that vertical format. So, and I don't want you to leave like black space on the left and the right side of the screen. You can put whatever the hell you want there, but you want to optimize it for YouTube short, right? Yeah. So you post the video, let's say 3 days later, the browse traffic starts coming down. That's when you go in to YouTube with your mobile device, okay? And then you log in as yourself, as Tru Earth, and then you hit the remix button, because and you have to be logged in as yourself for this to work. Okay. And then you turn that section that was pre-built as a YouTube short, you turn that section into a YouTube short remix. So then what YouTube does, pulls that section of the video out, creates a brand new video with a brand new domain, brand new URL, brand new link. And then you can optimize the description and maybe a pinned comment. But the point is, now when people are consuming that YouTube short remix, there's a button on the screen that takes them to the long format video. YouTube loves multi-format channels, meaning channels that are uploading regular videos and shorts and live streams and community posts, those kinds of channels are always going to have the unfair advantage. But in my experience, with all of the testing that I've done with all of my clients' channels, I very rarely say something works every time, because obviously I don't want to get myself in trouble. I don't get my foot stuck in my mouth, because there's going to be that like, Andrew, I tried your trick and it didn't work, man. Well, okay, fine, fair enough. It doesn't work every time, but I've uploaded standalone shorts. I've uploaded short remixes, and the short remixes, in my experience, beat out the standalone shorts every single time, in my experience. Okay, I'm just going to quantify that there. And I always see a spike of new subs the very next day too. And there's like a huge spike of views, and then it kind of plateaus, but there's always a huge push of views right away. YouTube loves remixes right now.
So it's like the TLDR on this, like, I mean, obviously you should be probably doing this anyways, but on your long form video, make sure that the hook is amazing. Not clickbaity, but like you want to build the anticipation in that hook. I know you probably should do it anyways, but not so much just with the intent of keeping the people on your main video, but also with the intent of being able to repurpose that as a remix to promote it.
Hell yeah. The idea is that you don't need context. Hooks do not need context. You want something shocking or compelling or interesting. You guys need to get like Jason Momoa involved or something, because I don't know about you guys, but if you see him posting anything on social media, it's all about like, let's get rid of plastic. Let's get rid of plastic. Like someone better hook you up with Jason Momoa, because I'm sure he would want to collaborate with you guys and stuff.
If I was a girl, I would like Jason Momoa. Like if I, like he's it's funny because yesterday I was looking at Twitter and I was looking at this one guy who clearly thought that he looked like Jason Momoa and had like the Jason Momoa like duck beard and like the slightly thinning version of Jason Momoa hair, but like had like this like wind blowing in his hair type picture. And I was like showing people, I'm like, this dude 100% thinks that he looks like Jason Momoa, but he looks like the anorexic, slightly male pattern baldness version of him.
Get him on.
I'm not going to say his name because I'm not going to be a
Just do he'll be the budget version.
Yeah, the dollar store.
Dollar store, exactly what I was going to say. Dollar store Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick on the strategy, Andrew. I did this once or twice. What I noticed is that I could take any part of the video, even like a few seconds, I think, and then add in my own stuff after. So even if you just had something like a 1 second thing, you just start that, use the 1 second, and then put another 58 seconds of whatever else that you've already formatted.
Yeah, so anybody can do that. Anybody can create a remix on anyone else's content. So yeah, you put up like 5 seconds of their content or whatever, and then the camera turns on to you, and then now you're reacting to that content. The strategy I just described to Ryan is not that. And I think you get that, but yeah, that's another way to do it.
No, but I'm going on my own. I think I can go on my channel, take one of my videos, say I want to turn this into a reel. Yeah. I hit the button, whatever, or short. Sorry, not a reel, a short. I don't have to use only the footage from the video on YouTube. I could use I don't know what the minimum amount is.
You can add like a reaction moment to that afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah. Like probably just like 10 seconds of it. And then I could upload my own video and then have that be the rest of the reel. Right. So I don't have to plan out 1 minute inside the whole video. I could just
definitely
have something.
The reason why I'm highlighting that is because specifically nobody's doing that.
Right. I heard about it a while ago.
It's catching on right now as we speak.
Yeah.
More and more people are doing that. You can go to like any of your, Ryan, dude, you could go to any of your successful videos right now and you can check out the retention graph. Yeah. You can see bumps, right? You can see valleys and spikes, and maybe those bumps are areas that people really found enjoyable. So they rewound and watched that section again. And then you can turn that section into a remix short, right? However, it's not always clear why there's a bump there. It could be a positive reason. It could be a negative reason. Maybe there was something in the video that the person didn't really understand. Okay. So they had to rewind and watch it again, or they couldn't really. That's a potential as well. Again, it's all about being proactive versus reactive. And what the strategy I just described, that's just catching on right now.
If you had a video that had a couple different places where there were spikes, is there any reason why you wouldn't do this multiple times, or should you only have one remix per video?
Great question. For the most part, from what I can tell, you've got more shorter style videos. And when I say shorter, I mean like anything less than 10 minutes. Yeah. So for most of your videos, I would probably say one short is enough. But if there were like two really compelling or really shocking moments in that video, yeah, totally get two shorts out of there. And the other thing that I forgot to mention is think about it. You're double dipping. You're already investing the time, money, and effort to create the video. So if you're building in one or two shorts within the video, and then later on you turn those sections into a remix, well, now you're getting 2 for 1. Now you're getting 3 for 1. And in your case, your channel is obviously monetized for anyone who has a monetized channel, now you're generating ads on the YouTube Shorts and on the long format. You're double dipping.
Totally. Also, I was just thinking, the reason my question was kind of tied to that is that, like, you know, typically with Shorts, you see, like, you know, you get like a 1 hour burst of views. Sometimes it goes longer, it goes a little bit crazier. You get a second burst, you know, a few weeks or like a month later, randomly out of the blue. But like, because those bursts are so concentrated, I think like doing a second short potentially gives you the opportunity, especially if you're doing it at a different time of the day, to access different people in maybe different markets or different segments of the same audience, maybe regionally.
That's a really good point, because you have a global brand here, right? So you should be testing, posting at different times of the day and different days of the week. Using that strategy I just described a moment ago, again, there is a link on the short that drives traffic to the long format content, whereas when you upload a standalone short, you don't get that benefit.
Right.
There's no data relationship between the short and the long. Most companies are going to tell you, most YouTubers are going to tell you that where they're generating the real loyalty, the real influence, the real credibility, the real authority is in the long format content. Most experts will tell you that there isn't a lot of loyalty with short format content yet.
Yeah.
It's probably coming. But I mean, think of how many times you guys have watched a TikTok or a short or a reel, but you can't really name that creator. Mm-hmm. You would recognize them, but like, oh, what is their name again? The association isn't quite as strong as when someone's watching your long format content.
Yeah. Like my son, we've been we slowed down now, but he was making a couple shorts a day for Minecraft, and he got to like 1,200 subscribers. Matt's seen a couple of videos, and then we would post a long form video. And like, he's 8, so don't have all the Mr. Beast dopamine hits as a regular video. But because of the retention rate probably being lower and the CTR not being as high, the impact of those subscribers from the shorts tends to be fairly minimal.
It's a very different viewing experience, especially when you consider how quick and snackable it is compared to the long format content. Yeah, the viewers watching your long format content are much more willing to go deeper, and they're much more into you, right? Whereas the snackable short content, they're swiping and they're looking for that thing to get their attention right away. And if you don't grab their attention right away, they're going to swipe. And when they swipe, I guarantee you the next short is not yours. It's a very different viewing experience. So when you, or any business for that matter, sits down and strategizes your short content strategy, you want to think of them as video memes or trailers or teasers, that you're just teasing out your brand to the viewer and trying to entice and compel them to say, hey, check out all this awesome, amazing, free long format content that we have too. But you're bang on. It's a totally different viewing experience.